Have you ever wondered why some people seem to excel at everything they do while others struggle to achieve their goals? There's a unique guide that may hold the answers to this intriguing question. It's a transformative book titled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. This book has been a beacon of inspiration for countless individuals, helping them navigate both personal and professional landscapes with a renewed sense of purpose and effectiveness. It's a profound exploration of 7 fundamental habits that, when embraced, can transform the way we interact with the world, manage our time, and ultimately shape our destiny. From being proactive to synergizing with those around us, these habits are the building blocks of a highly effective life. So, are you ready to unlock a new level of effectiveness? Let's dive into the first habit that distinguishes highly effective individuals. The first habit Covey introduces is be proactive. This is the foundation upon which all other habits are built. It's not merely about taking action, but it's about taking responsibility for our lives, our choices, and the consequences that follow. Proactivity is a mindset, a way of thinking that encourages action-oriented behavior. It's the realization that we hold the reins of our life and that we can steer it in any direction we choose. But what does it mean to be proactive? It's about understanding that our behavior is a function of our decisions, not our conditions. We can subordinate feelings to values. We have the initiative and the responsibility to make things happen. It's about not blaming circumstances or others for our state, but taking charge and changing what we can. Covey explains that every problem we face can be categorized into 2 areas, our circle of concern and our circle of influence. Our circle of concern includes things that affect us but are beyond our control, like the weather, the economy, or other people's behavior. Our circle of influence, on the other hand, includes things that we can do something about, like our health, our knowledge, our skills, and our behavior. Proactive people focus their energy on their circle of influence. They work on the things they can change, and as they do, their circle of influence expands. Reactive people, however, focus on their circle of concern, on the weaknesses of others, the problems in the environment, and circumstances over which they have no control. Their focusing on and reacting to conditions in the environment consumes their time and energy, and as a result, their circle of influence shrinks. Being proactive is about making choices that lead us closer to our goals rather than letting our circumstances dictate our actions. It's about taking the initiative to improve our situation rather than waiting for things to change. It's about choosing our response to any given situation rather than reacting impulsively. Being proactive empowers us to focus on what we can control, setting the stage for success. This habit sets us on a path towards effectiveness in our personal and professional life. It's the starting point of our journey towards becoming highly effective individuals. The second habit is to begin with the end in mind. Now let's delve into this intriguing concept. Imagine embarking on a journey with no destination in mind. You might wander aimlessly, making it difficult to make progress or find fulfillment. This is where habit 2 swoops in, advocating for a clear vision of our life's goals. It's about knowing where you're heading before you start, much like a ship setting sail with a predetermined destination. But how do we define these goals? Well, the answer lies in creating personal mission statements. These are not just a set of objectives, but a comprehensive blueprint for our lives. They encompass our values, aspirations, roles, and contributions. They serve as a compass, guiding our actions and decisions towards our envisioned future. Often, we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, reacting to circumstances rather than shaping them. This habit, however, encourages us to be architects of our own lives. It's about proactively shaping our future, rather than passively accepting whatever comes our way. Now, let's talk about long-term planning, a crucial aspect of this habit. It's all about breaking down our vision into manageable steps. Let's say your goal is to become a renowned writer. You don't just wake up one day and start writing a bestseller. It requires a detailed plan, honing your writing skills, finding your unique voice, developing a compelling plot, and so on. This approach ensures that every step you take is a step closer to your ultimate goal. But remember, this journey requires patience and persistence. The path to your vision may not always be smooth or straightforward. There will be obstacles and detours. But with a clear end in mind, you can navigate these challenges with resilience and determination. So, let's reflect on this habit. Are your daily actions aligned with your long-term vision? Do you have a personal mission statement guiding your journey? If not, it's never too late to start. By beginning with the end in mind, we can align our daily actions with our long-term goals. This habit empowers us to live intentionally, leading us towards a fulfilling and successful life. The third habit is to put first things first. This habit is the practical implementation of the first two habits. It is all about organizing and managing time and events according to the personal priorities that you established in habits 1 and 2. Imagine life as a jar, filled with rocks, pebbles, sand, and water. The rocks represent the important things: your health, family, personal growth, things that if everything else was lost, your life would still be full. The pebbles are the other things that matter, like your job, house, or car. The sand is everything else, the small stuff. If you put the sand or the pebbles into the jar first, there is no room for the rocks. But if you put the rocks in first, the pebbles roll into the open areas, and the sand filters in to fill the tiny gaps. Your life can be full if you put the important things in first. So how does this apply to time management? It's simple. Many of us spend a lot of time responding to the urgencies in our lives, the sand and the pebbles. But by identifying and focusing on our rocks, we can ensure that we spend our time doing what is truly meaningful. This habit encourages us to draw a distinction between what is important and what is urgent. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention, but focusing on them can keep us from spending time on the tasks that are truly important. Important tasks contribute to our mission, values, and high-priority goals. When we put first things first, we are making a conscious decision to focus on what is truly important, to prioritize our tasks based on what matters the most to us. And when we do this, we find that we can achieve effectiveness, balance, and discipline in our lives. We can employ a variety of time management techniques to help us put first things first. From Eisenhower's urgent important principle to the Pareto principle, we have a host of tools at our disposal to help us prioritize and manage our time effectively. Putting first things first allows us to act on our priorities rather than reacting to urgencies. The fourth habit is to think win-win. This habit invites us to approach every interaction with an eye for mutual benefit. It's not about one person succeeding at the expense of another. Rather, it's about finding solutions that serve all parties involved. Thinking win-win is a paradigm shift in how we view our relationships, whether personal or professional. It's about rejecting the scarcity mindset that sees life as a zero-sum game. Instead, it embraces abundance and the belief that there's enough success to go around. This habit also encourages collaboration. When we think win-win, we cultivate positive relationships built on trust, respect, and mutual benefit. We become team players, fostering a cooperative environment where everyone's strengths are recognized and utilized. It's an empowering approach, one that transforms competition into cooperation, conflict into synergy. So remember, next time you're faced with a challenge or negotiation, aim for a solution where everyone wins. Thinking win-win reshapes our interactions and relationships into opportunities for mutual success. The fifth habit is to seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit asks us to shift our perspective from the familiar instinct to speak first, to instead listen and truly understand the other person's point of view. It's all about empathetic communication. Picture this. You're in the middle of a disagreement, and instead of formulating your response while the other person is still speaking, you pause. You take a moment to really understand their thoughts, their feelings, their perspective. This simple act can drastically change the course of the conversation. Active listening goes hand in hand with this habit. It's not just about hearing the words, but understanding the message behind them. It's about reading between the lines and grasping the emotions and intentions that accompany the words. This habit encourages us to step outside our own worldview, to see things from a different angle. And when we do, we open up a whole new world of possibilities for effective communication. By seeking first to understand, we can build deeper connections and communicate more effectively. The sixth habit is to synergize. A term coined by Stephen Covey, synergizing is all about the power of collaboration and the innovative solutions it can bring. It's like a master chess game where every piece, though different, works in harmony to achieve a common goal. Every individual has unique strengths, perspectives, and experiences. When we synergize, we leverage these diverse strengths to create a collective force much more potent than any individual effort. Imagine a team where everyone is pulling in different directions. The result? Stagnation. Now picture a team where everyone is working together, their strengths complementing each other. The result? Progress, innovation, success. That's the power of synergizing. Synergizing is not about losing your individuality. On the contrary, it is about understanding that your individuality, when combined with the uniqueness of others, can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Synergizing allows us to achieve more than we could individually, harnessing the power of teamwork. The seventh and final habit is to sharpen the saw. Imagine a woodsman working tirelessly, sawing down a tree. He's been at it for hours, and you ask, "Why don't you take a break and sharpen your saw?" He replies, "I don't have time to sharpen the saw. I'm too busy sawing." This metaphor beautifully illustrates habit 7, which is all about self-renewal and balance. It emphasizes the importance of preserving and enhancing our most vital asset, ourselves. Just as a saw needs sharpening to cut through wood effectively, we need to renew ourselves in 4 areas: physical, mental, social, emotional, and spiritual. Physical renewal could involve regular exercise and a healthy diet. Mental renewal might include reading, writing, and learning new skills. Social and emotional renewal can come from building strong relationships, while spiritual renewal might involve meditation or prayer. By sharpening the saw, we ensure our effectiveness by preserving and enhancing our greatest asset, ourselves. Now that we've explored the 7 habits of highly effective people, let's recap. We've journeyed through the transformative wisdom of Stephen Covey, unraveling each habit that empowers personal and professional success. From embracing proactive behavior to fostering empathetic communication, we've delved into principles that can reshape your approach to life and work. Remember, it's about taking control, envisioning your future, prioritizing tasks, and fostering a win-win mindset. It's about understanding others before seeking to be understood, leveraging the power of synergy, and continuously renewing oneself for balanced well-being. Each habit is a stepping stone, a piece of the puzzle that builds towards a life of effectiveness. But this is just the beginning. For a deeper understanding and to truly unlock your potential, we encourage you to read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned for more insightful content.